What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's 8:11 on a Tuesday, and I'm live. So I'm not going to be before you guys long because I'm sure you all have things that you are doing or that you have planned. It's the holiday season. But I did want to talk about something, and I am kind of going off the cuff. So I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. First of all, I want to do some numbers. Suicide prevention line is the same as the Veterans Prevention Line, which is 1-800-273-8255. The rape and incest hotline, because it's real, is 800-656-4673. And the child abuse, I believe it is 1-800-656-4357. So, having said that, I'm off the cuff, so please bear with me whatever I mess up or whatever words I do wrong. Please know that this is from the heart. First of all, happy holidays. And, we run around and we say happy holidays and Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. But for a lot of people, it isn't a happy time. There are people who are depressed, whether it's they've lost loved ones due to death, due to illness, due to separation, whether they're divorced, whether someone walked out on them, whatever the case may be. But I want us to, I can speak for myself and a lot of the people I know. Growing up black in America, and especially in the church, a lot of things we're taught, we're told, oh, that's just the spirit. Oh, that's just the demon. Oh, just pray it away, pray it away. But there's a reality as we grow into the newness of education that some things, prayer is just not, prayer alone is not going to help. Some people are really, really depressed. Depression is real. And for whatever reasons, people are depressed. I'm sorry I keep putting my hands on my face because I got this phone propped up and this is my first time doing it like this. So I'm always telling people to be kinder with their thoughts and with their words, because you never know what a person is going through. And one of the biggest lies we've been taught since we were kids is that lie that, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. Oh, I'm good. When inside, it's the darkest you've ever known, and you're ready to throw in the towel at any given moment. I've gotten a lot of, I'm going to flash this real quick. I hope you see it. I posted this today. And I hope y'all saw that. It got a whole lot of responses, my inbox and on the thread. And I'm thankful that, well, let me backtrack. For those of you that don't know, my daily prayer is, because y'all know I'm a clown, when I'm being my silly self, I want to be used. And so I'm often, when someone drops in my spirit, I reach out, whether it's call, whether it's text, whether it's a random friend spotlight. That's what I do. I believe in giving people their flowers while they're here because, again, I know that, and I'm prime example. I smile all the time, or most of the time, and it's not fake. It's not phony. It's not that I'm trying to push things off. I'm a genuinely happy person, but that does not mean that life does not happen to me. Now, I didn't have a perfect childhood. I don't have a perfect family. But I tell you, when I'm talking about the people I grew up with and the life that I live, I've had and am having a wonderful experience. And I think it's based on how I was raised, who I was raised by, and what I decided I wanted to do and what I wanted to be. I live life on my own terms, and that's because I find the greatest peace in that. I found that trying to live a life that's not designed for me or what people say I should live does not always work. It doesn't work a lot of times for the people who are trying to tell you how to live that way. And again, people mean well. Our parents, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, they mean well that when they tell us certain things, but you have to realize that each journey is individual. It's your individual journey. So I want to take this time again. Those of you who've known me since elementary school, you guys know that I'm that friend that everybody talks to, which I love. I mean, I relish that fact that I keep secrets, I hold on to stuff, and there's no points to play or whatever the case may be. There's no sides. I'm always going to stand on the side of truth. I'm going to tell you what it is. If you ask me the question, I'm going to tell you the truth with no agenda. I want what's best for you. And so I've heard many situations, many times about people being depressed and on the verge of committing suicide and wanting to kill themselves and this and the other. And one thing I will say, based on what I've heard and what I've experienced myself, get that, what I've experienced myself. So this ain't just hearsay. This is something that I've experienced. People who attempt, not all, most of the people that I know, including myself, who have attempted suicide, and even those who have actually succeeded, don't really want to die. They just want either A, the pain that they're experiencing right now to stop, or at least to be lifted for a while, or B, did I say A? Okay, or B, know that someone cares enough to be with them through that time until they can come up with some clarity or some sort of way out of the situation or to handle the situation. So we have to be kinder with our words and with our interactions. And when you're really friends with somebody, you have to learn how to ask how you're doing and really see the truth of how they're doing. And whether, depending on the level of your friendship, whether you go right in and say, nah, you gonna talk to me because something ain't right, or you say like I do, let's be clear, I gotta look them in the eyeballs. I know that something's wrong, and when you're ready to deal with it, I'm here. So, and a lot of us, I got to go back to the therapy piece. A lot of us think that black people don't go to therapy, or that, like parents think that, oh, all they're going to do is blame everything on me. Well, that's not the case. A lot of times there are things that parents have done, that people have done, that were probably in our best interest for them, what they thought, but it turns out we're all individuals, so it wasn't the best thing for us. It's one of those things where you have, let's say, I'll use my family. You have 4 individuals raised in the same house by the same 2 parents, and all 4 of us are so very different. You can have people in the same place at the same time receiving the same stimuli, but we all respond differently. So you can't just brush everybody with one stroke and tell people how they're supposed to feel or how they're supposed to react or how they're supposed to respond, because you don't know. When you're in a situation that's stressful or harmful or hurtful, you want everybody around you to be kind and patient and gentle and all that. So why don't you do that when things are going well in your life? Just be mindful that everybody's going through something. Excuse me. I got caught up. Everybody's going through something, even with the smiles and the laughter some people are laughing through the tears, because if they take the time to break down, they'll probably cry for the rest of their lives. So another thing I want to say about therapy, one of the things people think that you go into therapy and a therapist is supposed to tell you all about your life and give you solutions and this and the other. And that's one of the reasons a lot of people say they don't like Iyanla. Iyanla fixed my life. She ain't fixing nobody's life. Well, if you pay attention, she never said she would fix your life. That's just the title of the show. What she says is, I am here to help, to give you the tools to help you do your work. So therapy is really a self thing. And when you go into these offices, a lot of times it's you talking and recognizing and coming to terms with the things that have happened in your life, and to find the root of where did the hurt start, where did the dysfunction start, where did the pain start, whatever the case may be, and then let us get to that point and work from that. There are a lot of people that come in our lives that harm us, that hurt us, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual. And sometimes you will never, ever, ever get an apology from that person, whether they're too ignorant to apologize, whether they've moved on and you'll never see them again, or whether they've died. So at some point, once you figure out what the root is and what your triggers are, you have to find ways to work through that. And a lot of times, I'm pro therapy. I'm pro therapy. But a lot of times it's just getting it out. If you can't afford therapy, or if you're still too nervous to go to therapy, find that person that you know, love, and trust. That you know none of your business is going anywhere, and that you know they don't have a hidden agenda. And just spill your heart. Just release it all. Just get rid of the toxic mess. And sometimes you don't even have the words, because sometimes things happen to you and you can't describe them because you don't even have the words yourself. But sometimes it's just good to just cry and to know that your heart is safe. So the suicide thing is real. And I posted the picture because there have been many times, and I say this not bragging. I say this because I'm thankful that I've been in the places that I've been where someone's laid on my spirit, and I think I'm just being silly and reaching out, and they're literally about to end it, or at least attempt to end it. And one of the things I'll share with you all too, and this is not private because I say this all the time. One of my concerns is that somebody will call me and I'll be too busy to answer the call, and then I'll find out the next day that they took their lives and that I was the last one they reached out to. And I don't want that to happen on my watch. So I remember my 20s and early 30s, I would tell people, I don't care what time of day it is, call me if you need me. But I found out some people don't really need you. They just, or they don't need you as much as they think they do. They just want to reach out. They want the easy way out. But I want people to enjoy life, find the beauty in life, the laughter, the love, all that. Take things seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. But suicide and depression is a serious thing. And I'm always trying to be mindful. Now, let's be clear. I'm kind, I'm funny, I'm smart, I'm loving. But I'm human, and I'm walking this human existence. And sometimes people get on my nerves. What I'm learning is that, like I posted today, some days I just don't have it to give. And I really, really am practicing, if I can't help you, I damn sure won't harm you. So having said that, when I'm in a space where I can't help, I'm just going to hopefully be able to kindly share that I don't have anything to give right now. I need a break or what have you. I want to say something else about the whole depression and suicide and the things that there are many things, many different stimuli that cause people to be depressed. And sometimes it's people judging so harshly or bullying or what have you without any knowledge. But it doesn't, for some people, it doesn't stop the pain, the hurt, the harm that it causes to one's spirit. I'm thankful I'm in a place where I smoke my imaginary cigarette and keep it moving. But even today, I had an incident where, again, since y'all have been following me on Facebook, y'all know I hate when people put dumb stuff in my inbox. And normally it's people who don't follow me, don't like, don't share, don't post, don't comment, but yet you find time to send me stupid forwards in my inbox. Clearly you don't read. And then I had an incident where someone who I knew 20 some odd years ago hit me. Long story short, people will try to hold you to a past that isn't even real. They're stuck in your history, but the history that they're stuck in, they've made up stuff that wasn't even you. So you always got to be on guard and be mindful. And during this holiday season, I'm not going to keep this long. I hope you guys are getting the point of this because I know I'm rambling, but please be kinder to one another. And please, if you ever feel like you are on the verge of harming yourself, and there's no judgment because a lot of us get there. More people are there than they actually say, or actually articulate, or actually let know. But I'm thankful for this space where people are becoming more comfortable in saying, and let's be clear, there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying, yo, I need help. I don't think that, and I've said this many times, I don't think that there are all these people, billions of people on the earth, that there's any reason why anybody should die alone, or that they should feel like they should have to take their life. Even if all I can do is get you to the next step. As long as you don't take your life. And again, there's no judgment for me. There's no you going to hell, none of that foolishness. The reality is when people are hurting, and people don't need you when it's convenient. People need you when they need you. So what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and pass the buck? Or are we going to step up to the plate? And I choose to step up to the plate. I'm hoping that whenever someone needs me, I'm in the space where I can, boom, jump right into it. And again, I'm an army of one. You know, if I see something that needs to be done, God damn it, I'm going to do it. I'm thankful for my parents and for my family that pushed me and encouraged me and instilled in me to do what I'm supposed to do, what I'm called to do. And having said that, I can't say this enough. Be kinder and more thoughtful with your words and your actions. Be more sensitive to the needs of others. And if you call yourself somebody's friend, if you say you love somebody, mean it. It's cute on Facebook and all that, but mean it. And be there for people. Because the way this world works, life happens in seasons. You're going to have some sunny meadow. Anthony, I love you too. I'm going to call you tonight too. We have some sunny, beautiful rainbow days. We have some cloudy, rainy days. We have some snowy days. We have some mucky days. But if you live long enough, you'll experience every season. So, I'm not going to cry. I beg you. Oh God, I'm not going to cry. If you're ever in the place where you feel like you just can't take it anymore, please reach out to somebody. Call one of those hotlines that I mentioned at the beginning of this conversation. Call a friend, call a parent. Inbox me now. Y'all know I'm old, so these days I'm sleeping around 10 o'clock. I may wake up and do birthday shots, but I'm so serious because it's probably always been going on, but it's for me right now in my life at 47, I've lost too many beautiful people to so many different things. And if I can prevent somebody from taking their own life, I'm going to do my best to do that. And sometimes, we have to get just to the shore to realize, oh, that was bad what I was going through. I'm not going to minimize what I was going through. That pain was real, but it wasn't worth me taking my life because there's tomorrow or the next day or the next month or the next year. You're not going to always have a drought or valley experience. Just hold on, hang on. I don't even have the words. I just don't. I'll say, and not in a condemning way, but in a selfish way. I say suicide is selfish from the standpoint of there are people like me and like other people in your life who love you and need you. And that is part of the reason why I do my birthday shouts and my random friend shouts, because I want you to know that your life matters to me. And if I haven't gotten around to doing a random friend spotlight on you yet, it'll come once when the Spirit lays it on my heart. And even if you don't get a random friend spotlight, you get emails from me. You'll get a text message or inbox from me, because I believe in walking the walk. As a matter of fact, some of you know that the week before last, I read something on Facebook that troubled me. And I immediately went downstairs at work and made a call. And that next day I was on a plane going to Chicago, because that's just the kind of friend I'm choosing to be. And I may drop the ball every now and then. I may falter every now and then because I'm human, but I'm going to try my best. Even today, I saw a post. And basically the post said, it's okay not to be okay. And today is one of those not okay days. So you know what I did? I went down those steps and I called that number. And what I said was, as I always tell y'all, honor your feelings. It's totally okay not to be okay. And I told her, but what I need you to know is while you're not okay, and this is what I said, there's a whole lot of motherfuckers who are okay enough to hold you up until you are okay. And that's how I feel. That's how I want you all to feel. And, I have to talk about, hey, Kenya. And, I have to talk about my Orlando family. Y'all know I love y'all, but sometimes I would get so frustrated. Like those times I would come home and all of you would gather around, and I love how much you guys love me. But you guys would come around and I'd hear this one and this one and that one in my ear saying, hey, the only reason I'm here is because of you. And while that feels good, it's also disheartening, because I'm like, a lot of y'all are still there, right amongst each other. And again, I understand all of our experiences were different, but I look at us as we were all brothers and sisters and cousins in my head. And again, because so many of you share your truths with me, I realize a lot of us, in our 40s now, a lot of us have been through the same thing. We've been through kids and marriages and divorces and deaths. And for people who've known you since elementary or junior high or even high school, there's somebody you can talk to. There's strength in numbers. And I wish people would take the time to just be more vulnerable. And not vulnerable in the sense of, I'm going to let you walk over me, but vulnerable enough to share your heart and to get out some of the pain, some of the hurt, some of the anger. And I guess that's why I live my life the way that I do, because it's like, I'm not keeping this in. You can use it against me, or at least try to use it against me if you want to. But what's important for me is that I'm free. It's lifted up out of me. And so, again, I go back to treat each other better. Treat yourself better. Love on yourself. Love on your friends. Love on your family. Tomorrow's not promised. Don't be all tagging on somebody's Facebook when you find, or their social media when you find out their past. And don't be going to somebody's funeral trying to pull them out of the casket and crying all loud and disturbing the service because you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you had the opportunity. When people invite you over to their house, don't just brush them off just because I don't feel like going. Sometimes you just got to go and show your face and take a picture and get a hug. Just let people know that you care. I love me some of you too. So, again, be kinder to each other. And again, personally, I've got a lot of friends and sisters and family that have lost loved ones. So this is their first holiday season without their loved ones. So keep them in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers. I'll keep you in my prayers. Everybody's not religious, so whatever works for you, I just want to be there if I can. And if I can't be there, there's enough people in the universe. There should be someone else close in your life where you can reach out to. For me, suicide is not the answer, because life changes. Your situation, no matter how heavy, no matter how tough, no matter how long you've been in it, it is going to change. And sometimes you just need that push or that support or that direction. But don't quit. Please don't quit. Too much and too many people are depending on you. And unfortunately, again, going back to my random spotlights, because sometimes people won't tell you how much you mean to them. And so my friendship spotlights and my birthday shouts and this and other, one is to let you know that I care, but also when everybody that you know starts chiming in and they start telling you stuff that, oh my God, I didn't know you felt that way. So, and I welcome you all to do your own friendship spotlights on your page. I won't think you're stealing. I just think it's spreading love. So I've been blessed. I'm still here 47 years later. I have to brag because they told me 12 years ago I had 4 months to live. So I ain't sweating the small stuff. Just like something bigger than me saved my life for a time such as this, I'm trying to save your life. If you ever get down in the dumps, you ever think about taking your life, whatever route, call a friend, call a hotline, call me, send me a text. Yeah, I ain't always on Facebook, but hopefully you'll hold out long enough until you hear back from me. How about that? Let's make that pact. If something's going on and you reach out to me and you see that I haven't read it yet, wait till I read it. Wait till I get in touch with you before you do something silly. And I'm going to call it silly because that's how I feel about it. So on that note, it's 8:38 and I love you guys so much. See, I got through it without crying. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. When you tell people you love it, mean it, and show it, because actions speak louder than words. Think about those times when you really, really needed a friend, how it felt. And so extend that to other people, because just like you needed people at one point in your life, at one time in your life, the world is going to revolve around. It's going to bring it back. You're going to need people again. So extend that same grace and courtesy that you would want people to extend to you, even when there's nothing that you can get out of the deal. When I flew to Chicago the other week, I expected nothing. I didn't want anything out of the deal other than to save my friend's life. And that's what I felt like I did. I felt like, I won't say I saved their life, but based on what they said they needed from me, I was a part. I played my part. And so that's who I want to be. Like I said, I'm human and I walk in my humanity. I'm going to make mistakes and I'm going to be laughing and joking sometimes, and sometimes I'm going to be as nasty as I want to be, because some folk get on my doggone nerves. But at the end of the day, I operate from I try my best to operate from places of peace and love and goodness. So, having said that, I know you guys probably have other stuff that you need to do tonight. It's the holiday season. You probably got gifts to wrap. You probably got stuff to buy online. I just want to say, please hang in there. Therapy works. Having a friend works. Suicide is not the answer. Hang in there long enough, life will turn around for you. I'm that friend. Don't call me no BS now, because there's some people who are really in need. So I have to say that, because some folks just call just to shoot the breeze. I'm not a breeze shooter. I'm just being honest with you. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that this has encouraged or inspired or blessed someone. So again, I love you guys. Be the friend that you want in your life. And I guarantee you the energy will come back to you. It may not come back in the way that you're expecting it, but the universal energy has a way of protecting and holding and fortifying you. So I love you guys. I can't say that enough. I don't like ending my lives because I just love you guys so much. So I appreciate you guys for allowing me to be me.